.12 ERA. Fouled back. We have our first flinch alert from our new man on the scoreboard, PxP, Vanguard men's basketball player. Pinch hitting on late notice for Vanguard. Student worker called out. Pop said, I don't know baseball, but I'll show up and push buttons. And you just learn the hard way that if you flinch, you get called out. Shig sawed off to our outdoor basketball court. The 1-2, swing and a miss. Tag is applied. Inning is over. One man gets on, and that was Angel Perez, but that's it. 10-0 through 2. Jammed in on the hands. Shiggy, a few paces to his left, our right. And it's one away for Colton Perez, who gets to start this inning with a clear conscience. No traffic, nowhere. Pulled to Helene and a line out to second base. As if you're Colton Perez, this is what you want. A couple of quick outs here and no more long innings, because at this rate, if you're Coach Pegg and company, I mean, for what my 2 cents are worth, I might consider getting AP out of this one after maybe 5 innings, just because, I mean, what do you have to gain from a game like this? Shift is going to go on here for Ty Arnold, but truly, what do you have to gain except to wear him out for, I mean, he's still just a sophomore. You have him for another 2 seasons. Maybe it's time to give Dash Lopez some good burn here in a game that doesn't really mean anything. Let him get some quality looks against live action, because he's your only other active catcher after the knee injury to Nate Norman on opening weekend. Outer half pitch for Colton Perez. He's ahead 0-2, and he's looked good this inning in particular. Arnold, first team third baseman from a year ago. Taguchi was the second team DH. He's battled back, has Arnold, to 3-2. Arnold, player of the week, back on March 10th in the Azusa series, 11 for 18 with 8 ribbies, including a 4-for-4, 5 RBI performance in the series finale. That'll certainly get you some accolades as he works a walk here. Perez sees that one, soft serve to Jackson Davis in left. One man gets on, but it is the first 0 on the board for Vanguard. Tip captain Colton Perez for doing the honors in this one. Still 10-0 going to the bottom of the third. Nate Helene will lead us off. And I was just about to say he's had 27 ABs as the leadoff hitter this season. And he drops to 8 for 28 now. Bain. Chase. Softly hits. He's got his second hit of the season. Article written about him. Vanguard Athletics. Helping break the color barrier, as it's going to be the strike him out, throw him out to end the inning. Easter Hairston thought that was ball 4, so he eased up, not to be, called crooked, and just when you thought Vanguard might have had something going, no. 10-0 through the first third of this ball game. Wessel, does he have 2 home runs to his name? No. He's about 10 feet shy of the wall. Jackson Davis will make sure there's no tag up. So the first time today he has been retired. Fortunate for Vanguard. By the way, that was his second career home run with the Sharks. The man from Mater Dei. Vanguard has stepped into this Coliseum with some gladiators, and they have not been up to the task thus far. Jackson Davis doesn't have to dance at all. Catch made for the third out. But somebody needs to turn on the lighthouse, get the beam going, because Vanguard, they're lost at sea against the Sharks. It's 10-0 going to the bottom of the fourth.
No run.
They are in danger of having a carbon copy of what happened between these two sides a season ago. They split it, but it was a weird series, to say the least, out at Hawaii. Vanguard dropped the first 2 games by a combined score of 23-3. Before finally rebounding and winning the next 2. Obviously, Coach Pegg was sick and tired of what was going on, so instead of having CP start Game 4, he started him Game 3 because he recognized that they needed to change momentum. And CP, Chris Parleski, Vanguard's second-team all-conference starting pitcher from a season ago, he responded as Vanguard won Game 3 7-2 before they won the finale 10-4. Bennett turned, and it gets over the head of Ty Arnold. Third hit of the day for Vanguard. Pitter-patter of the feet for Bennett. Not even a wide turn as he gets a high five from Big B Pay at first. as Bennett Von Drake in the two-hole for the first time in his career. The last time that Hawaii Pacific was actually here at Vanguard, it was a couple years ago when Vanguard was still in the NAI. They had a random midweek game where they were just like, hey, we're out here playing Pac West. Can we get a 9-inning contest in, make our trip worth it? Vanguard, of course, said sure. As Coach Fujinaka is going to have his first meeting of the day with Bain. Brief conversation is over. But Vanguard lost that game against Hawaii Pacific back in 2024, 12-9. They actually had the lead late in that one, 9-8, before Hawaii Pacific exploded with 4 runs across the 8th and the 9th inning. And Vanguard, they hit that day 17 hits against a Division II opponent. They felt good about their offense. However, it was a rough practice the next day because they committed 7 errors in that one, listed originally as 8, but after some reviewing of the film, wild pitch allows Bennett Von Drake to get over into scoring position. First time today that Vanguard has had a runner of the like. But Vanguard failed that litmus test. It's pulled, and it is a fair ball. Vanguard finally has a run today. Gallegos took a wide turn at 1, and they cut him down. It's 10-1. Gallegos with the RBI single. Small round of applause, but at least it's something to cheer about for Vanguard. Golfed, skied high. Arnold will be called off. It's Chang in left for the first out. Wow, snapped again, but this time it's blocked well. And Worthgen, yeah, he's going to do the right thing after a few command issues. Going to have another conversation. Turn down the left field line. It will drop. One hops into the netting. They're going to say, no, it didn't hit the netting. It just hit the base of the wall, so no ground rule, nothing. But it is the RBI double for Shiggs, who finally gets the monkey off his back, it feels like. There's a reason they moved him from that leadout spot into the 6th, try to refine his bat, and it winds up being fruitful. So now 2 runners in scoring position, the best that Vanguard's offense has looked in quite some time. Durf struck out his first time around. Rylan Bain. It gets out of the glove. They're going to wave AP home. No toss, as it's going to be 3-0 on the wild pitch once again from Bain. Colton Perez trying to limit Hawaii Pacific. He goes around. Colton Perez, he's looked good. 3 2/3, the 3 Ks, as he has put zeros on the board for the last 3 innings. Can Vanguard use this momentum to their advantage? We'll find out on the Pac West Network back in a moment. Slider on the outer half. 4 strike 3. Not a quality AB there for Chase. Puts us back to the top of the order in Daniel Rivera, but kind of feel the tide starting to turn a little bit. I think Coach Fujinaka is feeling the same way. He's got a man warming up down the left field line right now, just in case Vanguard wants to double up on what they just did last inning. 10-0 ball game early. Vanguard responding with 3 last time around. Von Drake to left center field. Hada's got it, and it is an efficient 3 up, 3 down for Bain. So no momentum to be claimed for Vanguard offensively. 10-3 remains the score. We're through 5. Pac West Network. Well, we were going to have this conversation entering this inning about Colton Perez. How much longer can he go? And Coach Pegg, of course, answers by saying, yeah, that's it for Colton Perez. He's replaced now by Eddie McCartney, rocket number 25 for Vanguard. First pitch against the catcher, Brock Worthgen, fouled off to the nets. As Colton Perez threw 56 pitches, that matches his season total entering today. So that was part of the reason I was going to ask, is just how much longer can you have a guy go, considering in one outing he's matched his season total, high usage, and obviously Coach Pegg doing the right thing, looking out for Colton Perez, not trying to overwork. Pulled to Helene. It is a 1-2-3 inning for McCartney. You love to see that from the young freshman. 10-3 Vanguard offense. Can they repeat what they had in the bottom of the 4th? We'll find out on the other side. Pac West Network. They're 0 for 6 when swinging on the first pitch. And now we've got Joshua Sir. He will be the man to pinch hit for James Derflinger. So I'll be intrigued to see what happens defensively the next inning. But in place of James Derflinger, you've got Joshua Sir. first time off the bench in his young career, just the freshman. First pitch swinging by Joshua Sir. That was a problem for him the other day, and it's going to be caught. Hashimoto, the shortstop. Goodness me. Oh, no. So we'll see how Vanguard solves this defensively. Back in a moment. PackWest Network. Again, first pitch swinging again. You could see Coach Pegg's displeasure written all over his face. Obviously, we talked about how's Vanguard going to solve this defensively. Joshua Sir is removed for Evan Avitia. He comes in at third, and Bennett slides over to short. Performance defensively, just his bat still leaves a lot to be desired. Bobbled by Bennett at the new position. Fires over, and it's going to go down as an error for Bennett Vondrak. McCartney. As AP was too busy checking on the appeal, a kind of half-hearted steal by Murakoshi. Secondary leads have been there all day for the Sharks, but first time we've seen them chopped. Bennett has a ways to go. It took a weird hop off the lawn, and the throw gets away. Avitia couldn't body it up. They're going to score the run. Goodness me, and they're going to send the runner back to second. He's going to strip of his gear. That's the only reason why he's going over to three, but it's an error, another run for the Sharks. Zaya Chang still looking to get on base. The only man who's come to the plate today for the Sharks. Ahead 0-2 for Eddie. Reaching out. Chase will let it drop. Had a bad read on that one. Put runners on the corners now. Still nobody out. It looked like that should have been a ball Chase had, especially considering his speed. But again, this was his first time spending a large amount of time in right field. He did come in as a defensive substitution in left field the other day, but didn't see any action for the last 2 innings, much to his chagrin. But that time there, he came in, stopped, and then ended up just trying to make the safe play right there. But again, a ball that hung up long enough. McCartney, poke through the left side, RBI single for Hata, his first hit today. But Vanguard also is in danger of being mercied for the 3rd time this season. Yeah, this game could be called final if the Sharks are up by 10. Dakota, 2-1. Smacked. Davis is on the track. He's out of room. Grand slam for Worthgen. 2nd home run of the season for the sophomore. First one since Point Loma. It is 17-3. Man. Glances off of Bennett's glove. It was going to be a tough play to make. It'll be another hit for Wessel. Skied high. Chase is going to have to range in. Helene has it. Chase calls them off. Great communication there by the Maple Valley native for finally what is the first out of this inning. 7 spot in the 7th. Sharks, for the 2nd time this game, have batted around. He does still trail his brother, who's at 21. You'll probably see some point in this series. Evan Avitia's sun will glint off the shades. He'll catch it in foul territory for the 3rd out. But it's a 7th spot for the Sharks. Goodness me. 17-3. PackWest Network. Pacheco. Chopper. Pacheco fields it. He rifles over to first. That's called fielding your position, even though Ty Arnold, I'm sure, wouldn't have minded the put out himself. Good work in here. 16.87 ERA as Chase swings away on the first pitch. Make that now 8 ABs today that Vanguard has swung on the first pitch and been put out. Got to make an adjustment at some point. Pacheco. Left field. Chang has room, running out of it though, and he's caught it with one hand braced against the fence, and that is the ball game. Vanguard losing 17-3. Well, that was something. Hawaii Pacific comes to town and makes Dean Harvey Field their home. We will be back tomorrow, and hopefully Vanguard's got the goods. We'll see you guys at noon for another PackWest doubleheader. Good night.